All right, welcome to your Saturday Freeform Rock Podcast exclusive. Jerry's got some like an ultra beer, and I got some whiskey. But
I got
cheers.
some Polish Castelli. I don't know what you call it.
I'm so envious of you, Charles. You need to find some way to export that shit here, man.
This is unpasteurized beer, which is
sounds like a fucking good time, man.
They used to serve unpasteurized milk here, and then they outlawed it.
Well, unpasteurized beer has a slightly better taste to it. You just have to like drink it fastly, though. You can't let it sit around long.
So Mark Dolly's not joining us?
Nah, I don't know.
No.
Oh man, I was gonna grill him on this video, man. All right.
he's probably a little frightened.
Yeah,
to show his face.
He was good. He was good on the show, man.
The biggest fire starter.
He did really well. He did really well. He didn't bring too much of his fucking fire. Yeah, like you said, fire starter, troll. You know, his trolling. It didn't do. But I have to say, before we get into the episode, yes, Bob Hay and anybody else that understands, if you listen to the audio podcast, that shit was done like 6-7 weeks ago.
I told him.
All right. So if I was tripping on an episode or two on Bob Hay, hey, it's over. It had been over. He asked me last week about the previous episode. I said, dude, that was done weeks ago, man. That was when you were tripping about Weezer. And about, even though I am the star of the show, I mean that goes without saying. But you know, and I had an ego because I picked I didn't know that he wanted to do Weezer. I had no clue. That was like an add-on. We did that on Saturday. Jerry
that was like an add-on, man.
Yeah, it was like Mark asked me to do Weezer. I said, sure, the Blue Album. I had no clue. I was an innocent bystander. I play an egomaniac on the show, but really I'm not. And well, compared to
hey,
Mark,
man, I mean, my wife loves Charles, and she doesn't like really many people. So
yeah, that makes me feel really good because I met her.
She likes you guys.
Oh,
she
really?
You guys too, but
it's always about Charles.
Man. Nah, she fucking loves Charles. They had a conversation at the opening night, dude.
Is she going to go to Rocket Pod?
Well, they live right down the road.
Why
wouldn't she go?
I'm getting my wife. I'm talking her to going back to Rocket Pod. I'm already working on her on that. Hi, if you're watching this, Diane. But
if the date is right, absolutely, I'm there again.
But her cousin wants to go back to Nashville. And she goes, you guys are going to Rocket Pod, right? We could all do this and I could do this.
Why would her cousin want to go back to Nashville? That's interesting.
And I have no idea.
I have no clue. But, you know, you can tell Diane or whoever, go down to Chattanooga. They have the biggest freshwater aquarium on the planet.
No, I said they could go do things while we go to Rocket Pod and go to not Keel Fest again.
No, I don't want to talk. You know, I'm kind of over making fun of Ron Keel. I'm sure he's a decent person, I guess, and I'm over it, Ron Keel. You'll never give me my $25 back.
My 50
that was 75.
That's 75. Absolutely, thank you. Damn it, I got ripped off.
But holy Toledo, I wouldn't go to that again. But you know, it was what it was, and I think Ian said it best, man. We all, whoever went there, you guys bugged out, but whoever stayed, we had a good time making fun of it and whatever. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I just play, like I said, you know, the egomaniac of the show, and it's a joke.
If we were allowed more access to booze, I think me and Jerry would have stayed there longer.
I couldn't. I was the driver.
Yeah, you were the driver. We need to do more mixers where we all just fucking sit together, drink, and talk, man. That was the best time.
It would have been more fun. It would have been more fun just kick it at the Airbnb. Smoke a
Yep.
little,
I
drink a
had
little.
more fun at the outside the East Side Bowl smoking a doobie with people out there.
Oh, that would have been the
Yeah.
greatest episode ever.
That was cool.
Of course, I'm
If they-
gonna. Hopefully, I get to stay for the. Yeah, you got to stay for the whole thing, Charles. Right, the barbecue and all that shit.
Yeah.
I thought
yeah.
smoking
Oh.
outside of the East Side Bowl, smoking a doobie, all of us in a circle.
And
That was
everybody
cool as fuck.
listened, and
That was
everybody
the
listened to me,
conversation. That
and
was the
everybody listened to
conversation
me going, "Oh man,
I
that was
love-
awesome
Jess-
that night."
My
If
wife
we would have
Jessica.
recorded,
My wife Jessica fell in love with Charles that night.
it would have been awesome. If we would have recorded that night, it
Yeah,
would have been the
I
greatest
agree.
ever. I
It
was on
would've.
fire that night outside there.
yeah, you were.
It was freezing.
But everything
though.
you said, I'm sorry, Mark. Everything you said made absolute fucking sense. It did. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it made a lot of sense. I was listening
Oh,
to it,
the
and enjoying
part-
it too.
The part that made sense, yes. But I was talking about the comedy, silly, just going on and on.
Yeah,
But
it was good.
But yeah,
Oh
the
yeah, I
deep-
was getting
deep
roasted
part-
outside smoking a joint with them. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was laughing at it.
it was fun. And then they only cared about us smoking cigarettes and having a
Yeah.
beer.
Yeah,
The other shit they didn't care about.
Yeah, we were
Like,
smoking a joint. They didn't say shit.
It was crazy. Well, I passed it on. I didn't do that because the job. But yeah, I passed it on. I drank a lot. That was the best night. The Friday night was
I
the
think so.
best thing going. So
Yeah,
it was fun. But whatever. Bob, hey, we already squashed it. I don't have a problem with you. You need to work shit out with Eric Jordan, RMCP, though. That's on you.
Whoa!
I'm
Wait
not
a
gonna
second.
get-
What happened? Okay, we won't talk about that later, I guess.
No. I'm gonna let him handle that.
He thinks
and
Eric's a
go from
douche.
that.
No, that's cool. We don't
Right.
wanna-
I ain't got nothing to do with
I
that.
already talked to Bob about this. I said, you called Eric a douche. Of course, I tell you, every time you talk shit about any of you guys talk shit about each other, I will tell you guys because I don't want to be in the middle. So he called Eric RSP Jordan a douche. I go, I'm going to tell him that. He says, I don't care. Hey, Eric, Bob Hay called you a douche.
Well, he still apparently feels that way, but that has nothing to do with me.
I know it didn't.
I told Bob, hey, you pissed me off because I didn't know you wanted to be on Weezer, and he called me an egomaniac. And
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, but I'm on the show. You're not. You ain't going to be on the show as far as I'm concerned. But you can guess, and we're good. But that was weeks and weeks ago, by the way.
He's called the worst names that he's called either of you guys. I've been called misogynistic. I've been called fucking stupid, stoner, blah, 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 blah. And I just laugh him off. And I go, why do you keep coming back to me if I'm so dumb?
Yeah, he
I'm gonna be-
privately DM'd me a few times about, what's why
dude,
are
Bob
this? I'm like,
Hayes.
dude, I don't leave me out of this shit. I hate in between the fucking drama of
Bob-
people.
Yeah, that's what
Leave me
pissed
out
me
of
off
it.
about it. When I got pissed off at him when he was calling me these names, I said, dude, no, I'm not gonna have you on the show. And he went to Lee behind my back. And fucking Lee started to say, well, Bob wants to be on. I go, he's talking to you, but when I told him no, I go, yeah, he says he's sorry. I go, what the fuck? That pissed me off even worse.
Yeah.
Oh, but who did it piss off the most, Mark?
You, right?
Oh, I was hot. And then,
Because
then
Bob went on that Lee episode because I wouldn't do it. I
Yes.
wouldn't let Bob on the
the
show.
very last one of the year, which, by the way, I made Lee not necessarily on purpose, but on just it was what it was. Lee did like a 223% uptick in shows because of me.
Yeah.
And it was like, you put Bob on the last one of the year. Are you fucking kidding me? But in the end, I mean, I'm serious. Bob, hey, I have no problem with you. I'm sorry I made fun of your job. I don't have a glamorous job either. So you're working. That's cool. I got no problem with you. You can be on, but I get to pick the album. I don't care about your Encyclopedic Britannica list that you sent me. If you're going to be on again, I get to pick the record.
Just
You did that
remember,
to me too.
if we pick on you because you're worth picking on. I'm just joking, Bob. But no, you set you set yourself up for it, dude. I keep telling you, if you're gonna joke with people and they fire back at you, dude, don't get pissed off at it. You know, you started it.
Well, I was really, really, in a timeout moment, I was really pissed off in that moment.
Well, he's getting better. He's kind of
But
realizing how he's acting.
We've already moved on from that. I told him I don't think after this episode that dropped, the old logo, I don't think we really mentioned that shit anymore, and we moved on. And I already told him in advance, I'm sorry that there was some shit talked on you again. I was mad, but it was like fucking over 2 months ago, damn near.
Yeah,
it's over. I mean, I don't feel that way.
ahead, so we don't miss a week.
Yeah. So when people, if they hear, it's kind of an interesting time capsule because it would have been a moment in time, but I mean, we're in the moment right now, and that was weeks and weeks ago. I'm over it, dude. I mean, I don't have any problem with that guy.
You know, when that episode came out, and I texted him, I said, "Don't be mad, dude. We're just fucking around." I warned him.
But did you tell him you did? Let's be honest. True confession. Yes, you chose.
I chose ZZ Top, and I even told him, "Hey, dude, we're gonna do El Loco without you." I told him. It's not like it's not like I did it. I'm upfront with people, dude. I don't fuck around. I'm gonna say, "Hey, dude, we're doing this episode because you pissed me off. We'll do Eliminator."
Yeah.
I will do Eliminator with him, but
no problem.
His next
one is with one eye pick. Yeah. And
But
it will be a Britpop album, but it will be a more rocking one so that Jerry won't hang himself. Maybe he might like it.
Hey man,
it's Depeche Mode kind of Britpop.
I would never, Charles, have listened to that No album unless you brought it to me, and I fucking love it so far. I haven't heard the whole thing, but what I heard from it, I love. So
Is Echo and the Bunnyman kind of Britpop?
God,
no, they were before that.
Bring on the Dancing. That has the sound, though, man. Ooh.
Britpop. I
Bring on the Dancing Horses
on BBC Sounds. Just Google BBC Sounds, and they have a documentary about Britpop right now in a podcast format.
I saw it on the TV. On Netflix.
It's really interesting listen. Short listens, 20 minutes or so each episode. You get a decent little Cliff Notes version. To me, it started with the Stone Roses. They kind of glossed over them, but probably the Stone Roses. And then the Smiths were probably the biggest influence on Britpop.
Damn, man, I've tried to get into that shit, dude. I just can't do it.
The Smiths are awesome.
Morrissey, all this.
Smiths.
I mean, Morrissey was in the Smiths, right?
Listen to Strange Ways, Here We Come. Listen to that
Johnny Marr is one of the greatest.
The Queen is dead.
Ever lived.
The Queen is dead. Oh my God.
The Cure. I mean, dude.
Isn't the boy? You like King Diamond and you don't like Robert Smith?
Yes.
God.
But I don't know. The Cure wasn't Britpop. That was more like gothic.
You know who I thought was the first Britpop was fucking Ginger Baker in fucking Cream. He sang a song and it sounded like the fucking.
I mean, the originators of Britpop were the Beatles.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know. But Cream was pretty much there too on Ginger Baker.
But the Beatles, in modern times, it was actually they consider Suede, the original Britpop album. And then it went. Do you know there was a band called Pulp? I don't know if you guys are aware of them.
Yeah, I know that.
Do you know they were going since like 1977 and they didn't make it till like 94 or 95?
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's sticking with it.
Oh,
they
they
shouldn't have
did.
made it back then because of fucking the cars and shit broke that new wave shit.
It
through,
was
man.
it was very new wave, and Jarvis Cocker, the singer, sounded like David Bowie a lot to me.
Yeah.
And but it was an interesting thing. Eddie Canestracci said I'm the Britpop expert
You
of all these
are.
groups.
I said that
Uh,
also.
Yeah, well, appreciate it. Thank you. But some of it rocked. Not all of it,
I'm the
but some of
extreme
it did.
expert.
I
Oh
think I'm the
boy.
corporate rock expert. I think that's what I am.
There is no fucking corporate rock.
No, Jerry pulls out those great metal albums.
Yeah, I do have some cool taste in that. Ghost.
But
Sorry,
let's get into a good subject that kind of pissed me off. I read an article, I think it was on Blabbermouth, and I just go read the comments because that shit is funny. And it's about Ted Nugent. So I know I'm always going to be fully entertained by a bunch of idiots talking about Ted. One saying, oh, he has a book coming out, so he's finally putting out his manifesto. Oh, could he ever write and read? How did this happen? Nothing about his. There was a few people there who said, oh yeah, I guess you haven't heard Ted rip. I don't know. I think Double Live Gonz is one of the best live albums of all time.
I just made a big post about how I love Ted Nugent.
Yeah, I'm just going. The comments are funny, and I even said you guys are stupid, and I shared it in our group, a little commentary on it, saying it's just funny reading how people just judge somebody on their politics and not on the music. It's like if bands agree with my politics, I'd be listening to country music. But or Ted, well, Ted's kind of too far to the right for me, but I understand it just judge the guy should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for anything.
No, he shouldn't. No, he should not.
Well, you don't like, but I'm saying if the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was real, he should have been in there.
I'm going to keep it real. I don't like extremism on both sides. I don't like progressives. I don't like mega Republicans. But with that being said, Ted Nugent is one of the best rock and roll artists of all time. And I get shit all the time from both sides by saying, how can you love Ted Nugent and love his political views? I just say, I don't give a shit about people's political views. I can care less. It does not make the person. I fucking love Ted. Like I said, he rambles a little too on politically, but that's cool. That's his choice. If you love him, if you love that shit, go for it. That's what's so great about this fucking country. But I will not apologize for liking Ted Nugent. So,
but just go watch That Rocks with Eddie Trunk on YouTube when they had Ted Nugent on there. He's not talking anything politics. That guy lights the fuck up when he talks about music and playing with the greats and playing with Blood Brothers, playing with these people. That guy gets orgasms just talking about music.
Absolutely.
And it's like, he knows so much about music that nobody fucking knows, dude. He knows Chuck Berry. He knows all those greats, man.
I just hope Derek St. Holmes would come on in this last tour and play with him one more time.
Well, he said it's not his last tour. He said it's just his last established. He'll come out and play here and there as surprise concerts. He's not quitting. He's just not going to have like a set date to go out and tour anymore.
But I fucking love it, dude. One of the fucking greatest, man.
Well, I like a Nugent to Roger Waters.
Absolutely, complete opposite.
They're on the opposite end of the fucking spectrum.
Yep.
I don't necessarily 100% agree with either one of them, but I love both of them. Nugent fucking rules. And Absolutely. If you don't like Nugent, you don't like rock and roll. Kiss on the taint, and that's it. I don't care what he says. I don't pay no mind to that. Same with Roger Waters on the other end of it. He's on the other end of the spectrum, but I love him. I don't care what he says. I just pay attention to the music.
I think you get a little more from Roger than you do from Ted, actually, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so. Nowadays.
Well,
but
Ted
I don't
sings
care
about his barbecue. It's kind of
But see, Roger, I think, is way out there more than you can say Ted Nugent. Ted Nugent every now and then will say something that makes a lot of fucking sense. I will agree with him on that. But Roger,
once in a blue moon.
But Roger, he's man.
But Roger,
I hate to say delusional, but man,
Roger remaking Dark Side of the Moon though. I'm not gonna look forward to it.
Yep.
Just no.
No, I don't want to see that. I would have liked to seen him in the 90s doing The Wall when he had like Bryan Adams out there.
Well, the Wall tour was awesome on his
Pretty
own.
cool.
It was great. It was phenomenal. Did
I
you
did
see that, Mark?
No, I saw Division Bell by Pink Floyd.
No,
That
I
was
saw
great.
the Wall tour with Roger, and it was phenomenal. It was so good.
Nice.
Oh, he's awesome. I mean, he's
he won't disappoint you.
He's my second favorite Floyd. Well, he's my first favorite Floyd member. My second is Roger Sid Barrett. Because they wouldn't have had material if it wasn't for Roger Sid Barrett. But my favorite guitar player in that group is Gilmore. So see?
All right. Here's the thing though. Would they have continued success with Sid at the helm? If he was able
no,
to continue?
I'm not on the level they did. But who drove that?
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Roger Waters. Thank you.
It would have been interesting if they would remain a 5-piece for a long time now. That would have been interesting, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, but Sid was underappreciated, in my opinion.
Yeah, again, it's the building blocks of how Pink Floyd was. You can't discount what Sid Barrett brought to the band. So,
and if nothing else, like I said, they wouldn't have wrote "Wish You Were Here." They wouldn't have wrote "Shine On You Crazy Diamond," "Nobody Home." All these different songs based off of Roger Sid Barrett.
Well, because Sid came into the studio during "Wish You Were Here" sessions.
Dude, that was creepy as fuck, man. I think
didn't look like himself.
But I love those Sid Barrett albums.
I do too.
I don't. So, they're okay. It's like something I go back to. I just love Gilmore, man.
I do too.
Oh, he's cool, but I mean, Bike, Scarecrow, fucking
Emily Play, Arnold
Interstellar Overdrive. Oh my god.
Just go check out the BS sessions with our top solos, man. You might hear about Gilmore a couple times.
I would better be number one.
That was mine.
That was mine. Mine and Jerry's were number one.
It would have been mine too.
What solo are we talking about, Charles? Come on, you know what it is.
Comfortably Numb.
Yep,
Comfortably Numb.
The greatest of all time.
Yep.
Yeah.
By far. Easily.
Yeah, I put that number one, man.
Even though he didn't rip it like a Van Halen or something like that, it's the emotion and the feel.
Yes.
I think Unchained was my number two.
I'll have to announce on the next BS what mine were.
Yeah. You do, man. You were
sorry, folks that missed me. Yeah, I got drunk and passed the fuck out. But we did a Beatles episode that I don't remember anything I said. So
yeah, and I thought I invited Jerry to. My bad.
It happens, dude.
It happens. I think I said let's talk to Jerry, and you go, no, let's do it now. Fuck it. So
anyway, I want to do.
I was wasted. So
yeah.
Let's. I want to talk about something I said on the show before we started this. I did a deep delve into Rush's deep cuts the other day. Holy shit, they've got some fucking clunkers, dude. This is not going to be. What the worst song ever by Rush.
Why do I get attacked?
Their Read My Body is and Mark Dolly mentioned this on the show. The Trees. What a shit of a song that is. How the fuck did that song even resonate with you guys, man?
What is wrong with you?
It's like a fucking Hobbit song, dude. It's terrible.
Yeah, I didn't
They're
say
using trees as people.
It's fucking.
It's like
whatever.
Fucking political groups fighting over each other.
It's about getting a blowjob. It's terrible, dude. It's just awful sounding. Getty's voice sounds like it sucks, dude. And they have a lot of fun.
I didn't say it, Mark Alden Taylor. So I
don't like Jerry anymore about that.
But anyway, I got a second question for you, Mark. Why do you go by Mark Alden Taylor? Why not just Mark Taylor?
Because there's a lot of people called Mark Taylor on Facebook.
I always wondered that why you go by all three.
Because I did that so I don't be called a regular Mark Taylor.
Gotcha. Makes sense. I was
I'm
always
specified. You see,
Matt.
yeah,
Matt.
M-A-T. But
anyway,
what
like I
other
said, I
Rush
don't wanna-
song do you have problems
Yeah, I
with?
don't want to. Well, there's there's so many of them. Mystic Rhythms.
Oh, that song, Mystic Rhythms.
I don't
Digital
know the
Man.
song,
My
so
heart,
I can't
carry
complain.
me away.
Digital Man. Dude.
Man,
And here's some.
lyrics.
Yeah, this isn't Neil Peart's fault, but In the Mood.
Oh, well, that song is like the Who, dude. Hey, baby,
then
it's 7:45. I like that album, but that's my last Rush album. So you can bitch on that one. Neil
And
Peart.
Virtuality. Virtuality. That's my last one.
From Test for Echo.
No, it's off. Is it Test for Echo?
I think it was Test for Echo.
It's one of the, yeah, I think so. Whatever. It's terrible.
One of those,
whatever.
yeah.
I just want to.
That's okay. That's okay.
Take off rules.
But you don't like Ty
But
Shan?
how you can say that Rush? What is it about Rush, man, that appeals to people? I like their hits.
It's the mojo. They got mojo, man.
Mojo.
They do.
They got mojo.
Fucking
They're
boring.
nerds. They're nerds that attract fucking
Man,
death
Other
metalers,
nerds.
hard
Other
rockers,
nerds.
new wavers. It
No,
all
other
comes
nerds.
together.
Other nerds.
But yeah, there's gonna be some people bitching.
No, they got people who aren't nerds that are heavy metal fans.
Nerds that attract nerds.
What's
But
wrong
man,
with being
I mean-
a track nerd here? What?
It's just that I just
I need
don't
to watch
see
a
how
new
you
episode of Star
How you
Trek.
can like fucking the whole catalog of Rush, man. That's just.
What album
Give me-
don't you like by Rush?
Oh, I
Give
can
me-
name a lot of them out.
Really?
Well, I mean, there's good songs on every
You like
album. It's
Presto,
not-
don't you?
Yeah, I love Presto, but 2112 is I can't say anything bad about that album. That's fucking
It's awesome.
You can.
awesome.
But when
It's
they got
not a
into
true
the heavy-
concept album, but
when they got into the heavy synthesizer era of Rush, I didn't really care for that. But
you didn't like Grace
Ah.
Under Pressure?
it worked for them. But dude,
Sure.
I don't know.
Grace
Trent-
Under Pressure, dude.
Like I said,
Trend
I like
chasing.
I like a couple of songs off every album.
Hold Your Fire is great.
2112 is the only album I like from start to
Hold Your
finish.
Fire. Power Windows, Manhattan Project,
Oh,
like
God.
Give me-
Mystic Rhythms, The Big
give me
Money,
Give me Dynasty Kiss back.
Middletown,
Yeah, really.
Middletown Dreams.
Kiss owns Rush in the 70s.
Oh, fuck no.
Hey, Gene Todd Getty had a play now, all right?
Fuck no.
Yes, he
Fuck,
did.
fuckity. Gene's full of shit.
Getty didn't know a blues scale.
No, fuck that. One of his favorite bass players was fucking Etwistle.
It's cool.
Don't give me that
But no,
shit.
if you,
And Chris,
if you like
Did-
him,
Who
Did
by
Chris
the way,
Squire
you didn't know
know-
was
know-
called who by the way you didn't know was called the Ox. It was on the ZZ Top episode.
the Ox.
Yes.
John Entwistle.
That's yes.
I didn't know he was called the Ox, but I like the Who. I don't have to know everything, do I?
You know what else he was called? Thunderfingers.
Yeah, I didn't know that shit. The Who is
Yeah.
one
I
of
didn't
my
know, like,
least.
I
The
didn't know
Who
about
is one of my least favorite English bands at that time. I love
Least
the Who.
favorite?
Yeah, because I like fucking Zeppelin, fucking Queen, fucking Cream. It's like they're not my favorite of that time. The Kinks, I like the Kinks.
Dexy's Midnight Runners.
No, I like the Rolling Stones. So they get overshadowed by the Stones and even the Beatles, man. Come on.
Nah, the Who I like better than the Kinks.
The Who was mod. The Who was like new wave, a British invasion. And that was cool. And I like that mod shit because I'm a huge new wave fan. But you could see where Duran Duran and Human League got their sound from was from the Who.
No, I don't correlate.
I don't
Duran
see,
Duran
I
with the
don't
Who.
see that.
Oh, don't
I
you
don't see
want
that
me,
either.
baby? Is total Who shit, dude.
What?
No.
The
no.
mod, Happy Jack was a man. He was always happy. La 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 la. They couldn't help Jack from being happy. That's fucking
You-
Dexy
you-
Midnight Runners.
No, you need to
Dude.
reevaluate.
No,
that
no.
stance.
Fuck.
Yes, you do.
That was the beginning of new wave, Oingo Boingo, shit
oh
like
my
that.
God, Oingo Boingo. Holy fuck.
The Rolling
dude.
How much
Stones.
is Danny? How much is
The
Danny?
Rolling Stones inspired Devo and Oingo
Please-
Boingo. How about
Please
that?
tell us how much Danny Elfman rules, man. Come on, Mark. Let's hear it.
Danny Elfman fucking rules.
But
But if he's accused of those crimes, he sucks. But I don't know.
what crimes?
I don't know. Bob Hay posted in movies and
I
music.
know.
I
never
like
heard of
you
that.
more now, Bob. Hey, you rule, dude. Fuck yeah, Danny Elfman sucks. He's the
Fuck
Pittsburgh
off.
Steelers. He's the Pittsburgh Steelers of music.
Yeah, you like the Batman. I watched last night Batman, the Batman again.
I like the Batman
That
theme.
movie
That's about
rules.
it.
And Jeff
But-
Beers said that's fucking trash bag Riddler with emo Batman.
Oh, the new Batman.
Yeah.
What? Well, he didn't. Danny Elfman didn't do that theme. He did the original Batman with Michael.
I know,
Keaton.
but I'm saying, but what do you think about Jeff Beers calling that movie sucks?
Jeff Beers likes "My Way" by Kiss, and he likes.
True.
Think I do too, didn't I?
He likes a bunch of silly shit. Like he likes soundtracks over actual albums. That's okay. Hey, Weird Science was in that movie, Weird Science.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
From
Jeff
my
Beers.
heart and from my hands, why don't people understand?
Right.
my
Or don't
intentions?
you forget about me was
What
in
What about the song Bachelor Party?
Breakfast Club. Breakfast
What
Club.
about the song
Breakfast
the
Club.
Bachelor Party was by Oingo Boingo and Tom Hanks's Bachelor Party. That was Oingo Boingo. They were also in Back to School with the great Rodney Dangerfield. Bye.
You're probably the only person that actually remembers all that, Mark.
You don't like Back to School?
Nobody
the big-
cares. Nobody cares about Carrot Top Stunt
Weren't-
Double.
Weren't they the
Only you
band that
do.
was in Karate Kid 3 too at the end when they're down club?
No.
Karate Kid 3, the worst one.
You guys have never seen the great Oingo Boingo live on
I
Halloween
wouldn't,
shows.
and I wouldn't,
not.
and I wouldn't.
You need to just look up Danny Elfman doing fucking Nightmare Before Christmas shit.
No,
And he brings
I
on
don't
Steve
need
Bartek,
to.
one of the greatest
that-
underrated guitarist players of
And
all
that
time.
ruins
The great
that
Steve
ruins,
Bartek of Oingo Boingo.
and that ruins the greatest ride in Disneyland when they put that goddamn fucking Halloween movie Nightmare Before Christmas over the Haunted Mansion.
Hey, I agree with you, but the soundtrack's great. The soundtrack to
No.
Beetlejuice, you don't like the soundtrack to the original two Batmans,
No,
the
I don't
Spider-Man
like
movies,
his sound. I don't like his sound.
The Simpsons?
John Williams owns him.
Yo, I picked John Williams #1 and Danny #2 as scores.
Who came up with the Star Trek theme from those films?
Huh?
Who did the Star Trek themes from those films?
Wasn't it John Williams?
Exactly. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
I said John Williams is #1,
By far.
but I like Danny Elfman's my #2, and I don't really care for scores. But you know who's #3? Trevor Raven.
Gene Simmons of Kiss.
That's Trevor Raven, The Rock. He did a lot of those fucking Don Simpson
Why
Bruckner
do
films.
some people say Ralph, not Ralph, but they say Paul Stanley of Kiss? It's actually, hi, I'm Gene Simmons of Kiss. That's who really says it all the time. I'm Gene Simmons of Kiss.
Hi, I'm Butthead.
Craig Gass
It's in-
was a fucking awesome impersonation of him, dude.
Yeah.
It's an interesting notion of Ace thinking he's the best in the band. Well, he is the best in the band, Ace. Gene, you dipshit. Ace rules. Period. You see him looking at you, Mark.
I love
He's
Ace.
like,
When have
he's
I ever
looking at-
talked shit about Ace except when it was on a fucking Elder album or
Ace is looking at you like Danny Elfman.
that
Seriously,
song he sang on the Elder.
Yeah.
That whole album, I didn't like any
Dark
song.
Light.
Yeah, it was
Dark Light
horrible.
is his. Dark
Horrible.
Light is either his second or his best guitar solo in the history of the band.
The song is horrible.
No,
Overall, the song is bad. It's bad.
no, it's
like-
better than any
It's
Oingo
like sit
Boingo
down,
song.
Ubu. Sit down, Ubu.
It's better than Oingo Boingo.
Fuck, Oingo Boingo is a fucking God damn it. You guys never seen them live. That's why I feel sorry for you. Danny
I got
always
all,
looked like a genius.
Go ahead and feel sorry for me all you want.
That's
I'm not
fine.
going to lose sleep over it.
Yeah, but
I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
all right. You guys got anything else you want to talk about besides Bash?
I'm
No,
good.
man, just Bob. Hey, no hard feelings. It was months ago at this point. He'll come back on, but I get to pick the album. And other than that, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for everybody watching.
Yeah,
I
Jerry.
agree. I second that motion.
Second that emotion. Yeah, man, just fucking be cool. Like Blockbuster Video used to say, be cool, rewind, be cool. Share the episodes, man. All
Yep.
right. Later, man.
All right.